So we picked a restaurant to sit down at. This one's called Nasi Kapau Unilis. It's one of the most popular here in Los Lambong. A lot of the dishes are similar to Nasi Padang, but what's completely different is the serving style. So Nasi Padang, they bring all the little dishes to your table, but with Nasi Kapau, you have this massive display of all of these different Minangkabau dishes, and then you order whatever you want, and they use these big long spoons to serve it directly onto your rice. So we have our plate here. We picked out a couple of the classic Nasi Kapau dishes. This one's called tambumsu, which is a stuffed cow intestine stuffed with egg and tofu. This one is ayam rendang dakak, which is this rendang chicken with these cassava cubes, these hard little cubes of cassava. We also have some cassava leaves underneath there, and then of course a plate of rice with all that curry on top, all these different sauces. So I'm gonna start with the tambumsu. Oh, it's actually very cold. You can feel the chewiness of it on the outside, but then very soft tofu, egg, kind of crumbly on the inside, and lots of coconut milk going on there. A little bit spicy. Next, let's go in for this rendang, this chicken rendang. I'm gonna have to flip it over and get some of the meat off the backside, and then get a little bit of that sambal, some rice. Let's try that. Rendang alone is worth coming to Padang for. It is one of the world's greatest pleasures. So much flavor, it's such a deep, complex flavor with the coconut, the lemongrass. It's just got levels, and with that sambal sauce, a little bit spicy, definitely, but not too bad. Let's chase it with one of these little dakak, these cassava cubes. Whoa. Super crunchy, like a crouton, but even harder. So she actually threw on a couple things that I didn't even notice, like this jackfruit gule right here. Let's try that. That jackfruit gets so tender when you cook it down like that, and it just absorbs the flavor of that gule, all of those spices in there. So good. So we are in the center of Bukit Tinggi now. This is the clock tower behind me, built in 1926. It's kind of a traditional Dutch architecture, but on the top you can see the Minangkabau style architecture. Pretty cool, pretty lively little town, and really chill, relaxing vibes here.
So we've come to have a little break at the clock tower in the center of the city, and we found a little shop that sells these fruit juices, and we mix dragon fruit and soursop together with a little bit of ice. So curious to see how this tastes. That soursop is incredible. It actually creates the texture of this smoothie. I think the dragon fruit just creates the color. That tastes amazing. If you've ever had soursop, you know how it tastes. It's like this in liquid form. It's amazing.